Alright, welcome everyone. Today's video is going to be going over a BFS reel that I've been refusing to get for the longest time, and I kind of blame you guys for me getting it. I'll get over to why I say that in a second. But if you want to see different BFS content, comment down below what you want to see. I'm pretty open and flexible to what I'm going to do for BFS content. I have the winter coming up, and there's different types of fishing. I'm going to be doing ice fishing. As you can see, the ice rod back here. I've been gearing up for ice fishing because about 3 weeks or a month I'll be ice fishing as well. If you want to see certain BFS content, make sure you comment that down below to start off with. Alright, so jumping into it. So I've been searching on Digitaka for the Gekkabijin AIR TW. I already got mine from there, and I'm just they always get reels back in stock like really fast. For I don't know how they do it, but they do. And I've been sharing the results. Like I see that there's been a lot of right-handed reels coming back in stock, and now there's just some left-handed reels that came back in stock. I've been sharing that on Instagram and YouTube. I know it's been helping out. I know some people that, hey, thanks for the heads up, and then they ordered it. So it's just something that I would appreciate if I've been waiting. I know people have been waiting on the Corrado BFS still, and that reel came out in the springtime. So I've been trying to share information on that too when I see restocks. But without dragging this video on too long, I'll start with the Gekkabijin. In honor of Halloween, I gave it a little some dress up parts to for Halloween season. And what I did here is when I was on Digitaka, you know, helping you guys out, looking for the Gekkabijin in stock. I ended up clicking around, you know, dress up parts and such, and I came across some of these SLP Zion knobs, if you can see that right here, and then also the drag star as well. It's a Zion drag star. It's just like the original one. That's right here, the original black one, just like that, but it's red, and it matches the Gekkabijin red highlights absolutely perfect. Like there's no minor differences at all. It's kind of like, you know, when you see that person who's wearing like an orange sweatshirt with a slightly different color orange sweatpants. It just doesn't look right. You may as well just wear two different colors. But here it looks really nice. And something else I did too to this reel, I put the AX24 Roro BFS spool in there. It performs much better for stream casting with that spool in there. I do like the stock spool for open casting, but for stream fishing, definitely a huge upgrade. So those upgrades on here, other than the spool, is primarily cosmetic, but it does look really nice, and I do really like the look of that as well. Alright, so jumping into the meat and potatoes of this video, the product I've been holding off of getting is the Conquest BFS. It's been out since 2017. I want to get it right away, and I saw, wait, only comes in a 6.8 to 1 gear ratio, which for me, oh, wrong side of the box. For me, it's a little slow, especially like the kind of the run and gun style I do in streams. The 6.8, it can definitely still do it. I'm not discrediting the reel. It's not going to be able, but I just like to be able to fish. I like to be able to fish really fast when I'm doing stream fishing, and that's what I'll be using this reel for. So I like to be able to cast my target, and reel, like hit my target area, and then come through all that dead water, and then cast back. So I'm maximizing my time on the water. But I do have a fix for that, and I will go over that. I'm able to increase this gear ratio by, but I'll be able to increase the gear ratio up to 8.1 to 1. With a little trick I saw on the Tackle Tour forums. That's the first place I saw it, and I feel that doing that is going to make it a much more enjoyable reel for me. I did kind of what tipped me over, other than just seeing that a left-handed reel was in stock at Digitaka, so I ended up getting it. But one of my friends, he had one locally, and when I was actually able to get my hands on it, I was like, wow, this is actually a lot smaller than I thought. And then that gear ratio is still kind of in the back of my head. Oh, it's 6.8 gear ratio. And now, like, Shimano's not really, for me, the Corrado BFS was nice. It still is nice. I'm not discrediting that reel. But it wasn't really anything new to me because it was so similar to the Scorpion BFS. So without seeing Shimano come out with any new BFS reels, I figure this is a new BFS reel for me. And I think I'm going to enjoy it quite a bit, especially when I increase that gear ratio. And some upgrades I'm going to be doing to this reel. I'm going to be putting some wood knobs on here. The Roro wood knobs that Bait Finesse Empire carries. So after I kind of decided the direction I wanted to go with this reel, I ended up getting some from Bait Finesse Empire. They're still in the mail actually right now. So the nice wood knobs, I think I'll add a nice classic touch to this, because it's kind of a good baseline as to if you want to go the Abu Garcia round reel style, kind of more classic look, or you can actually go more modern. So I think it's a good platform. Those wood knobs I think would make a good touch onto this reel. And then also I have a couple BFS bearings here. These are size 733. So if you plan on upgrading the bearings, if you already have a Conquest BFS, 733 is the bearing size. And then this is the upgraded Roro bearing tool. I'll show that in a future video, like a reel maintenance video. It's definitely a big upgrade from their previous one. And it's actually not too expensive either. And Bait Finesse Empire, they carry a lot of different Roro products. And the products I've been using for a while, I like their spools. They're pretty good bang for your buck. And their dress-up parts are actually pretty nice too. So if you like all that stuff, make sure you check out Bait Finesse Empire. But I do have a reel seat here. I want to fill in the viewer, you that's watching, and on some of the things that kind of made me not get it for such a long time. And I'm talking like outside of price or other things like that. So I'm going to try to really cover a lot of the details that really left me not getting it. So here it is up on the reel seat here. It's really not that big at all. The side looks huge. The big gear, it's a kind of an offset gear and such, but looking on the side, that side plate, my hands aren't that big, and I can fit my hand over that very, very well. I'm not doing like a full palming motion like this, like with the Gekkabijin. I do that if I'm fishing more open water and I'm fishing jigs and doing more of like an up and down or like jigging motion. Then I'll have my whole hand in front of the reel like that. But for me, stream fishing, a lot of times my hands is on the side like this. I cast out, hit it, reel back, cast, reel back, cast, reel back. So the exposed line guide travel back in the front, if you can see that back and forth, that shouldn't bother me much. And one thing though, it's aluminum and it's getting cold up where I live, so my hands will be pretty frosty using this thing, but I'm not discrediting that against the reel. It does feel super, super nice and smooth and refined. It just, everything about it seems kind of either like a piece of machinery or like kind of steampunky in a way, but also in a very modern, sleek way as well. So I do think that will complement quite well on. I know a lot of people, they put them on like a more traditional like wood insert on the reel seat, like very, I guess, classic looking rods. And if you've seen that blue rod, the blue BFS rod I've been fishing. It has definitely some classical looks to it, but also a little bit more modern approach, a little bit more progressive components on there. So I do think it'll still look nice with the Conquest on there as well. Some other things I'll do, I'm going to do some different casting, like my typical casting tests with it, but I also want input from you all as well. If you want to see, say, more casting montages with it, or if you want to have me do more like that, I don't want to say data driven, but more, okay, I'm casting 1/8 ounce, how far does it cast an 1/8 ounce, go back and forth. So just let me know what you want to see with that. I'm pretty excited to get it out on the water. I haven't quite decided what line I want to put on here yet. I was thinking about maybe putting on some of those Varivis monofilaments that I've been using, just because it's a good baseline. I can compare it to other reels, but also I might throw on some braided line as well. So I don't know, I'll let you, of course, I'll let you all know what I decided to do with that. So if you can subscribe and also comment down below, like I said before, what BFS footage do you want to see? It could be pretty much anything. I'll try to cover it. I know that I've been kind of neglecting some of the lure or tackle part of it. I've been focusing on reels. So if you want to see some of that, just let me know. And thanks for watching.